Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone, wherever you are. Today's episode is all about, and I know that majority of you had admission, and you are trying to come to start your education here in Turkey. And always, I try my best to gather all the information that you need to know before coming. Why? Because it's so important to inform you before coming, so that you know how to prepare before coming. So today, I'm trying to put out something so important that majority of you all do before this, the kind of errors that we all did before we came to Turkey. So I don't want you guys to do the same mistake. No, it is not good to let your friend or someone to pass through what you have been to. It's not good. So I'm trying to gather or put all the information and tell you. Now today's the topic is all about accommodation. This is so important because I know that most of you had your admission. Congratulations to those that had admission, and those that didn't get admission. I wish you all the best. Maybe you can try your luck next time or try different countries. There are better places where you can go. Not only Turkey. Try different countries and try your hands on. But this is so important. Some of you will wait until the last minute before you start to look accommodation. You all of your focus is always that I got admission, so I have to go and do. No, it's so where you are going to live is very important. Your school, where is it located? Am I going to live closer to the school or far away from the school? These are so important for you. And this is not only for all students, this also applies to those who are coming as a tourist and want to stay for a long period of time. Just imagine you're coming to live and you're living very far away from the town. This is another problem. So I will always try to encourage you to live in a very in a city center or a place where you can get access to all the transportation to get to city center. This is so important. Let me just give you my story because we used to live in a place where only one bus and that bus comes after 30 minutes. So sometimes in the morning when you miss the first bus, you have to wait. And imagine in the morning where you have a lesson like 9 o'clock and you miss the bus at that 9 o'clock, okay? Or you miss the bus at 9, 8:50 that way. It means you have to go and you have to wait until another 30 minutes before the bus will come. So this means that you are going to miss the lesson, and sometimes when you miss the lesson, some of the professors are crazy. They can sack you out of they won't even allow you to enter the classroom. Now let's put that aside. Let's come to those who are working. Imagine you miss the bus. You think you continue missing the bus and you are going to work late. You think your boss will be okay with you? No, he will try to fire you or just tell you, hey, go away. You are not punctual or you are not serious with the work. So you have to move away. So the main reason I'm saying this is that when it comes to accommodation, it's something that you guys must take serious. Because, for example, I live in Ankara, but sometimes I try to make arrangements for some people in Istanbul, some people in other places. The process that we go through before you get a house is not easy. And some of you wait last minute. Then you start to say, oh, where can I get accommodation? Then you start to contact people. No. Whoever you know, if it is your sister, your brother, your uncle who is living in another country and you are moving to that place, try to contact the person earlier on and tell him, I'm coming, I need accommodation. Let the person do pre-preparation before you come. You understand? Don't just wait 5 days, 1 week before you tell, hey, I'm coming next week. No, it doesn't work like that. Life back home is different from life in abroad. Life in abroad is just like you don't have time. Like you see that you are occupied. So if someone is trying to put his plan in your plan, it doesn't work like that. So try as much as you can. If it is your sister, your brother, or your friend who you know, and is living in a particular area, and you are also moving in that same area, call him 1 month later, 2 weeks, tell him time to come. Let him explain everything to you, and do not wait time. Don't be like, oh, I am going to abroad, so there are some questions you don't want to ask him because when you ask him, he might no. Don't do that. Ask him every question that just comes to your mind. Ask him anything that you have in your mind. Don't feel like, oh, when I ask him this question, you'll be annoyed and he'll try to ignore me. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Ask any question that just comes into your mind. Say anything because you are coming here alone. Maybe you're coming with your family, you're coming with your brother, you are coming here alone. Ask every fucking question that comes to your mind. Sorry for my language. Try. Ask him, how is the house? Let me see the pictures. Let me see the video. How much does it cost? Can he bargain? Can he reduce the price? Say all this into him. Don't be like, oh, because from the beginning it's very easy. for you, because when you are coming for the first time, it's easy because for the first month and all those, when you come, you have some coins on you, you have some kind of cash on you. But after 1 month, 2 months, everything will finish. Then you not start to realize that no, I have made some error. So anytime you are trying to seek for accommodation, especially when you're moving to an abroad or a new place, try as much as you can to make sure that you ask all the necessary questions. Don't feel like, oh, when I ask him this thing, he might get annoyed and he might ignore me and he might do this. Yes, of course, he will ignore you. That's okay, but that doesn't prevent you from asking your question, because you need to know, you need to understand, you need to know what is going on. Because you have nothing, you have no zero knowledge about what is going on. You must understand and know that no, what I'm doing is so important. You understand? So the advice I'm trying to tell you, the main thing I'm trying to put out here is that anytime you need accommodation, especially when you come to Turkey, because here and you come here, try to inform the person and ask the person all the necessary questions you have, and do not limit yourself to only one person. Like, oh, this is a person I'm going to ask the question to. No, try to broaden out. Ask different people, get their idea, get their understanding. What are this person saying? What is this person saying? What, and put all those information together and see which one fits you or which one can you go with. This is so important. Okay, so sometimes the problem I normally had with people is that, oh, you can't. I tell the person, oh, I have accommodation, this, blah blah. The person says, okay, so it's okay. Like, no, don't do that. Fine, you are coming abroad. I'm not saying don't come fine. However, that shouldn't prevent you from asking the most important question, which you need to know and understand, which will help you to live your life. Even try to make sure that you are 70% sure that the information you have is confidential or can help you. Don't just try to say, oh, hey, don't be haste, my brothers, my sister, don't be in haste. Prepare bit by bit. It's a long process. Like moving abroad, moving from your home to abroad is different. For example, if I'm in Ghana, I can sleep at anywhere. I can eat at anywhere without paying nothing. But in abroad, it is not the same thing. You spit, you pay. You drink, you pay. Anything you do, you pay. You understand? And when you come to, and your parents are not well-to-do, excuse me, or they cannot help you to, or your brothers or your family cannot help you, it's a problem. So try as much as you can to ask all the important questions before coming. And do not forget that before you look for accommodation, make sure that what is your budget? What can I afford? And can this thing take me out 4 months or 6 months? Make sure you have this kind of cash on you. Don't try to just take your bag luggage and come. Wow. With the intention of the stories that you heard from people, then when they come, you start working. It is not true. Yes, you get work, but it is not always. It is, you cannot just get the work always 100% or at the spot. It is never true. Please, I'm very serious. I'm on this because this is so important, because I've seen a lot of people find difficulty or find these kind of challenges when it comes to this accommodation system, where people just try to come, then the next day, after 3 days to 4 days, then they are not able to pay for the accommodation. Then they start to get stranded. Don't do that. Yes, and here depression is all over the place. In Africa, we don't know what is called depression, but in abroad, there are a lot of depression. If you're not getting what you want, you get depressed, and this is so important. Now, the next thing I want to say is this: students. This is so important for students. Students, I know that some of you, when you are coming, you come because some agent will tell you when you come, you apply, then you start working, then you can sponsor yourself, all those things. Please. This is Turkey. Turkey, of course, Turkey is also good, but it is not like other European countries. You should know this. Turkey is good. It's just a stepping stone. You step a stone and get. But Turkey is a very fertile country for business. If you are business minded, you can do business in Turkey without even working for someone. Yes, but do not always put this in mind. Oh, I'm coming to start working. No. Of course, you get work to do, but it will take some time. It took me almost 1 year before I started working, because when I came, I have everything at my disposal, so I didn't try to struggle. But if like I will have those by then when I came, I don't have everything in my disposal. Like I will start to work when I can have everything, so I didn't try to struggle to work until I started to put this together, and I let them know I have to work now to support myself. So I'm just sharing my experience with you. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is that, and those of you who are coming with a e-visa, I know most of you know what e-visa is. E-visa is just like an online e-visa that you applied. Then they will grant you. It is just automatic. They will grant you automatic the visa. Then you can come to Turkey. However, the good side of e-visa is that when you do the application online, you are not going to go to the embassy. Nobody's going to question you. I'll ask you any of any important documents like a bank statement or all those things. But you just apply and pay $50, as I know, online. Then they'll give you the letter. You print it out. Then you can go and buy your ticket and you can come to Turkey. This is very so simple for e-visa. But the problem is that when you get e-visa, when you come to Turkey at the airport, they can deny you entering the Turkey without giving you any reason. So you should know this. You can apply. According to the research that I've done, almost 80% of people who apply e-visa were able to enter Turkey successfully. So maybe you might also be among the 80% people by trying to apply e-visa online. However, when you come to the airport, they can deny you entering the country without giving you any reason. So you should know all this. So in short, I will end here, and those of you who are new here, try to like, share with your friends. I know that this information help you, because every day, at least, I'll answer people, like I'll chat with people, like different kind of people, 10 people who are chatting me or want to know more information about Turkey, especially when it comes to accommodation system. That you ask me, hey, how can I get accommodation? I want an affordable one. Fine. Yes, and I would like to also to just say something very simple, which I know that most of you might think that, oh, what is this? Yeah. When you come first, the advice I'll give it to you is that I know that you cannot rent the whole apartment on yourself. But what you need to do is that you need to share with someone. So sometimes what we do is that if you're coming new and we know that no, this guy, he doesn't have a lot of money or cash on him, what we do is that we try to see someone who already has an apartment, maybe 3+1, 2+1, and has an empty room in the flat. Then ask him, please, can you rent your room for us? Yes. Then the person will rent the room. Then we give it to you. Then if that's the case, the person will say, okay, the rent including the bill is just $100 per month, including bills, everything. You won't pay anything beside this. Then we'll ask you to make a deposit of $50. The deposit is an agreement between you and the person who rent the flat. Okay, there's an agreement between two of you. Maybe the person will say, okay, fine, I'll put this. The person will say, fine, I'll put this. So I would like to end over here. I know that this information will help you. I hope it will help you too, because some of you have been asking me this kind of question every day. I have to answer the same question for different people every day. Both students, those are coming as a tourist, and those are coming as a workers and all those things. I have to answer the same question for different kind of people every day. And I don't want you people to come and get stranded. And I'll advise you, when you are coming, know the place you are going to. This is so important. Don't just stand up and say you are coming to take it. Alright, I've come to the end of the video. Try to like, share with your friend, and see you out. See you next time. Bye.